Welcome, welcome to our very first Fab Rich Life live stream. I'm delighted that you're here. Please make sure, as always, leave your name, your company name, and some information about you. And I'm so excited that you're here. And I'm also very grateful that you're here because this is a very special day for me, as today is the first time that I will talk about what I've been doing. If you don't know me by now, my name is Evie Diaz, and I'm a strategic growth speaker here at Biz University. And for over 10 years now, I have been speaking, training, sharing, doing marketing, specifically email marketing. And many people for a long time have called me the email marketing queen. And today I come to you with some new realizations that I've had regarding my professional life that have come from my personal life. That's right. So this is not totally new. What it is that I have a new way of thinking about things. And I wanted to share that with you today in hopes that it can help you, it can benefit you. And really, it is not I, but my higher self, my future self, that it is talking and sharing through me. And you'll find out more about that today as we begin. I am going to be sharing with you something that I was guided to share with you today by my higher self, by spirit, God, source, universe, my future self, whatever you want to call it. And that is how to effortlessly create a fabulous future self. And this information is totally new. I've never shared it before. I had never reviewed it entirely before because this morning, as I was having my morning tea and morning breakfast, Spirit spoke to me as I was journaling. So all of this came to me or through me to through my journal. And so that's what I'm going to be sharing today with you. And I love to hear from you. So please make sure you share in the chat. Tell me all about you. And I send you lots of appreciation and love for being here. And I welcome questions about this topic. As you would like to ask me questions, please do. So awesome. So I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty store. For life is a just employer. It gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why, you must bear the task. I worked for a menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I asked for of life, life would have willingly paid. This was written many years ago. As you can see, 1948. Uh, Jessie B. Ridenhouse was with us during that time. And at that time, she wrote this. And how powerful it is that at that time, she wrote this about what we ask for, what we get in life. And what we get in life all depends on what we ask for. And you've heard that before. Ask and you shall receive. And what are we asking? So let me just tell you that today I'm sharing, and everything began during the holidays in 2022 when I was hit with COVID 19. My husband and I, during the holidays, Christmas and New Year's, had to stay home because we both contracted COVID. And during that time, as in every year, I'm always reviewing my past and planning for the future. And at that time, I was just wondering and asking God, well, what is mine to do? What should I do? And God, source, universe, was speaking to me about everything that I have been learning about through the unity movement, through the different teachers. And this is what came. And that's what I'm sharing with you. So this is all about your future life. And that's what I like to share with you today. So stick with me. if you want to create your very best future self, then I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that have come to me through research, through reading several books from psychologists and other researchers in the field of future self. And as I was looking at this, I started making and looking at how Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill had a lot of these similarities in terms of how we create our future self with a certain formula. And so, in this conversation with my husband during the holidays, I said, you know what, honey, I've been studying Think and Grow Rich for a very long time, but it hasn't truly given me the life of my dream, the life of my future self. And then, of course, on January 6th, I became 1 year older in my life. That's my birthday. And so then it was even more that I started looking at a few years ahead when I'm going to be a certain age. And I said, well, I looked at the past 10 years and I looked at the upcoming 10 years. And here I am in the middle. And I'm wondering, am I satisfied? 10 years ago, did I think I was going to be here today? And then what do I want to do today to impact 10 years from now? And so that is what happened to me on January 6, 2013. And so this is a complete shift for me to bring my personal life into my business life and really my future self, my inner self, the goddess within me has been calling and pulling at me to talk about this. And so here I am. And so, as I was talking to my husband about Think and Grow Rich, I was very much in my monkey mind. I know this is not a monkey, but bear with me. And I was like, honey, that whole Think and Grow Rich, the biggest problem that I have is that I'm already an overthinker. I'm an analytical thinker. I'm always thinking myself into and thinking myself out of it. So, I told them I have a real problem with thinking and growing rich. And that's my interpretation, by the way. And so I discovered that one of the things that I was doing wrong was that I was not feeling. So I was not feeling rich. I was not feeling prosperous. And so this is what I am now learning is the recipe that I've been enjoying for the entire month of January. And I want to say I've been feeling totally happy. The word that I selected for the year is different than the word that came to me for the month of January. So for the month of January, you hear people pick words for the year. I've had different words that have manifested through spirit guiding me. And like the word happy, the word for January was joy. And I can honestly tell you, my friends, that the entire month of January, I set the intention to feel joy. And I will joyfully tell you as I enter February that I have felt a lot of joy in my life in the month of January. And I did set that intention. And as I share with you, yes, I get a little teary eyed because I'm being totally honest. I almost feel like, I'm taking off the persona that I had created to show you into my inner self, my true self. And so this image is big. I know it's not a monkey, but it's an ape. It's from the monkey family. And so the reason why the Think and Grow Rich book was not working for me entirely, I thought when I was talking to my husband during the holidays was because of my monkey mind. I said, "Coo, coo, coo, coo," there's a lot of things going on in that head. And there's a lot of past limiting belief that are there. So then I said, no, I need to feel more. And that's when this idea of Fab Rich Life came to me. Fab Rich Life. Now, if you're here and you're wondering, well, Evie, what does Fab stand for? Well, first of all, before I realized that it was fab like fabulous, I said it's feel, it's act, and be or believe. So you'll hear me saying Fab Rich Life. I'm creating my Fab Rich Life, which, yes, it is fabulous and perhaps fantabulastic. And it is about feeling, acting, and being for me. And so, what I want to share with you is what I've been doing for the month of January to feel so much joy and happiness. Now, going back to the book Think and Grow Rich, here's what happened. So, for a few years now, I have been practicing Think and Grow Rich. And one of the things that the book says, along with many of the wonderful teachings that I've learned through Unity teachings and other wonderful teachers in my life, is affirmations. Now, here's the deal. In December, when I had COVID and I was having these conversations with my husband, I said, "What the heck? I've been saying now for a few years, every day, in every way, I am better and better." And then I said, "Okay." And that is true. I am better and better. And I'm loving and kind to myself. And I said, the biggest thing I desire, the biggest thing I want, this financial freedom, has not come to me. So I started saying, well, why the heck not? Why am I not more rich, more wealthy? And so I forgot to read an important element that I've been reading when I went back now to Think and Grow Rich. And here's what the book says: without emotion and faith with your words, you will experience no desirable results. Well, there you go. My biggest desire has been for financial freedom, become rich and wealthy, because I want the experiences that come with being financially free. And for me, it's a thing about choices and fully living out life and enjoying everything that life has for all of us, not just for me, but for all of us. Because intellectually, for a long time, I've believed, and now I know and I feel that the universe is totally abundant. And so I was not experiencing the desirable results because I was not feeling emotion. And we'll talk about faith in an upcoming different live. But for now, I want you to think about this and feel what it is to say an affirmation and not really feel it. So in Spanish, there's a word for this, which I didn't even know what it meant. But my mom used to say, well, you're repeating and repeating things like el papagayo. And I'm like, el papagayo, what is that? Like a parrot. Repeating papagayo means parrot in English. And so I've been repeating these affirmations without any emotions. So, what are emotions and why are they so important? Well, emotions are a mental state brought on by neurophysiological changes variously associated with thoughts and feelings. So, our thoughts and our feelings. So the emotion component, I don't know about you, but let me know in the chat. Have you been saying affirmations and declaring what you want to create for your future self, affirming it with emotion, with gusto, with gusto? So emotions come from the Latin term, which means emovere meaning moving. So the term is a combination of the words energy and motion. So that's what's emotion, energy in motion. So going back to emotions that I was not feeling, I continue researching this, and emotions typically occur when triggered by an internal thought, an external event, or a thought in response to an event. Emotions help us understand and interpret what we are experiencing. So I was not having an emotional response to the affirmations that I had been saying. That's right. I was just saying like el papagayo, like parakeet, like a parakeet, repeating and repeating without emotion. So, number one, there is something very powerful about us feeling into our future self, feeling like our future self, feeling the affirmations we're saying. And there are different emotions. And in future Fab Rich life streams, I will talk more about the different emotions as my higher self, spirit, and my future self guide me. For now, we know that there are several emotions. And so we want to tune in, as Esther Hicks says, tune in and tap on, feeling tuned in and tapped on to those fantastic, fabulous emotions that accompany the feelings that your future self will feel when you reach your intentions, whether that be the intention to release weight or to become financially free, rich, and wealthy. And so that's where we want to be. We want to be in that space of wonderful emotion when we allow ourselves to feel into our dreams, feel into our desire, feel into the creation that is us in our future self. So that is the number one thing that has come to me. Because remember, without mixing emotion and faith with your words, you will experience no desirable result. So, to experience desirable results in 2023 and beyond, you want to put your emotion and your faith into your intentions. And listen up, I said intentions, not goals. So, as you begin now following me and following through on these lives that are inspired lives, I will ask you to notice the words that I am being um, given, because the word goals is a harsh word that I've used for a long time in business. And the word that resonates with me more powerfully now is intention. So I am going to recommend that you try that word intention as you set the intentions for 2023. And so here, I know this is a long paragraph from Think and Grow Rich, but I needed to share the entire paragraph so you get this final understanding. If you repeat a million times the famous Emile Coué formula, which, by the way, that's where I got my affirmation: every day, in every way, I am better and better. The formula is day by day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Without mixing emotion and faith with your words, you will experience, once again, no desirable results. Your subconscious mind recognizes and acts upon only thoughts which have been well mixed with emotions and feelings. So, that is one of the most easiest and yet things that I had really overlooked. And I don't know where you are, but if you're here today, it's not a coincidence. It's a divine appointment. If you're watching this now live, or if you're watching the replay, this is a divine appointment. You're here because there's something in here that, like me, perhaps you heard in the past, perhaps you read in the past, but guess what? You weren't paying attention. And as the saying goes, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You know, I've heard that for a long time, and never before now do I feel that stronger. I am a student who is ready to listen to the teacher, and the teacher in you and in me is our higher self. That's who knows best for us, our higher self. You can call that the Holy Spirit, God within you. Our higher self, I'm calling it now my future self, is really the teacher guiding me through a process of things that I had read, seen before, and I didn't understand fully. So now here we are together, and your future awaits. Whether your future is a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years, or 10 years from now, your future self is waiting for you. And your future self can begin today. You can begin transforming into your future self like me today. I've been working on my future self since the beginning of this year. So I decided to share with you a few of the different quotes that came to me, and I want to share them with you to see if these resonate with you. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command. And better tools will be found as you go along. This is from Think and Grow Rich. What does that mean? Today, or at the beginning of the year, today is the beginning of February. So we had a month that passed. You set up perhaps some goals. We're calling them intentions now. Intentions to reach something by the end of perhaps January, or in 3, 6, 9 months. I don't know. Perhaps there's been instances where you felt like you didn't have the right tools. Well, begin where you are. Do the best that you can. And I'm telling you this as I'm doing my very first live on this new formula of the Fab Rich life that has been given to me. And I'm sharing it with you because this is for people who are not where they want to be, and they're tired of not being where they want to be, and they want to be where they know inside that they are supposed to be in their lives, enjoying the type of life that you've always dreamed of, that you always thought of, but perhaps you're not there. Well, you can be there. And I'm going to invite you to be there and to join me in this journey, because this is a journey of us doing this together. And so I want to remind you what one of my favorite authors is Dr. Seuss. Only you can control your future. That's right. Today is a new beginning, and today is the beginning of you creating your future self. And remember, as Dr. Seuss says, you and only you can control your future. So, even though the future seems far away right now, whether that be the future in a month at the end of February or at the end of the year, it might seem far, but actually is happening right now. The future is right now. So, right now is the best time for us to create our best future self, our best, most fabulous life, because the future is always beginning now. And so we want to remember that currently our future self, that fabulous life that we want to create, is downloading right here. And if you want to fully understand how to begin living into your best future self, I'm going to invite you for a little tasting of an experience with me that is happening in March. The last Friday in March, March 31st, I'm going to be doing the first virtual live future self retreat. And you can join me simply by going to bizniversity.com, future self retreat registration. I'm going to give you a smaller URL. It's the future self retreat, and it's happening in 57 days. That is going to happen on our fabulous, financially free, and fun, because that's how it's going to be. It's going to be fabulous and fun. Friday, March 31st, 2023, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's 4 hours, okay? And so, what we're going to be doing is looking into our future self. And this is a mini version of a future self retreat that I am doing on the beach in Florida coming up in May. So, you're hearing it here for the first time, and I'm excited because I've been gutsy to share with you something that I've been working on personally, because I've been doing this work through Unity, through Think and Grow Rich, through many, many, many trainings that I've paid for. I've been working on my personal self. And recently I was inspired to move forward with this work and share it with the world. So you're here by a divine appointment. Stay with me, because this is no coincidence. You know, this is a God incidence where God has, if you believe in God or higher spirit, has brought you here. So please feel free to check out our Future Self Retreat, which is a virtual live retreat online for you and I to begin creating our future self. This will be a mini retreat version of the upcoming 3 day live in person retreat in Florida. This will be in South Florida. So please feel free to share below, and also to share with your friends, to share with people that you know may be feeling stuck in a rut or maybe not happy or complacent. Just yesterday, I spoke to someone who was looking for a job and concerned about how the job would impact their lifestyle. And I talked about visioning or using visualization to see the outcome that they wanted. Well, there's a formula for that, and that's what I've been practicing. And that's what I want to share with you during our Future Self retreat coming up, the mini retreat in March. And then, of course, again in May here in the beautiful state of Florida, South Florida, which May it's going to be fabulous. The weather's going to be great. We're going to have a great time. We're going to do several exercises. And by the way, I did say it's 88. I picked that. Eight is a number in numerologist. I'm not a numerologist. In numerology for forever, prosperity, money. And so that's why it's 88, and it will go up. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of that, because that will go up. And like I said, examine. And if you're here, It's by divine appointment. Your future self is calling. Are you ready to open the door, to unleash the door to your best future life now? The life of your dream. Your future is now. Check out the future self retreat.com today and join us for this wonderful 4 hour virtual experience on Friday, March 31st. As now, because it's the month of February and because I am loving this experience and I want you to love it too, and I want you to love on yourself, and I want everyone who joins to be filled with love for themselves to do this work. And that is why I decided to put it for just $88. So it is a February special. Is I love myself February special. I love myself enough to create my future life now. And that's why it's just $88 to hang out with me and spirit and your higher self and your future self for 4 hours to really begin looking at what are the blocks, what are the stories, what is it that's been holding you back, and what's awaiting for you. What is the life that is waiting for you? So, if you are ready to live your best life, then join our futureselfretreat.com. Futureselfretreat.com. When you go there, there isn't a whole lot there because truthfully, I've been creating things as I've been guided by this future self of mine. And I've been journaling. And right here, I have a pile of journals that I've been writing. And I'm so blessed. I'm writing a book, and perhaps you and your story will be part of the book. And my intention is to have, and I'm going to say it out loud, I'm going to say it publicly. Hay House Publishers publish my book and journal. The journal is almost completed, and the book, I've been writing about 2,000 words every day as I've been guided, and the book will come out this year also. So it'll be a book and a journal, a book and a journal for us to create our future selves, for us to create our future life. So if you're ready, and if you know of someone, like when I was journaling, I was thinking about my nieces, my sister, some of my friends that I know could use this type of work that is coming through me. And so I want you to start thinking about people that you know and spread the message, spread the joy. Right now, this is not um, to make myself money, although, yes, I intend for all of us to make money. It's to get the message out and also to create more concise material for the book. And I am awaiting downloads for me to share with you whatever comes to me in inspirational downloads. That's what I want to share with you. So I look forward to seeing you on Friday, March 31st. You and your friends, your family members, all those fabulous people that you know that they have a bright light inside of them, but they have not shown it because they don't know how. Invite all those wonderful people to join us at our Fab Rich Life Future Self Retreat coming up on Friday, March 31st, virtual. And then again, we'll have it for you live and in person so we can hug and love on each other in May at the Future Self Retreat live in person here in South Florida. I'm really delighted and grateful. Grateful that you decided to join us. Grateful that you're saying yes to yourself. Grateful that you have faith in yourself and in your future self and have decided to let this be the year that you finally move into living the life of your dreams because you deserve it, because you want it, and you're ready to accept it. So open up your arms really wide and just allow the blessings to pour into your life because now this is the time your future self awaits. Check out Future Self Retreat and join us at the March 31st Future Self Retreat. And thank you for all of you who are here with me, have joined me, have stayed with me. I send you a big virtual hug, and I am very grateful for your presence here. Thank you so much.